This is how to install your no-waste feeder ports. These are the tools you'll need that aren't included in our kit. A power drill, a Phillips head bit, a tape measure, a Sharpie, and a pocket knife. Before you drill, it's helpful to lay out a tarp to prevent all sorts of messiness. You'll want to mark your container 7 inches from the bottom. We're installing 4 ports on this one, so we've got it all pre-marked. Included is a 95mm hole saw, which in standard is 3 3/4 inch. I'm using a deburring tool to clean up the porthole and make it nice and even. If you don't have one of those, feel free to use a pocket knife. Once you've drilled your holes for your feed ports, but before you've installed them, if you've gotten a no-spoil feed cone, it's time to install that. You'll need to drill a hole in the bottom center of the barrel or bin so that you can put the 1/2-inch bolt that holds the cone in. Before you drill the 1/2-inch hole, it's helpful to shave off the little bump. There's this little divot where it was injection molded, because the drill can get knocked off center by that. So I just shaved off with a little pocket knife, and then I'll be able to get my hole nice and centered. Now, I take the feed cone and I place it in the bottom of the barrel so that the bolt sticks straight up the center. Then, you take this fender washer, put it on top of the cone, that's what holds it down, and fasten it down with the wing nut. Here's another pro tip, and why we drill the feed port holes first. If this bolt wants to spin, instead of having the wing nut tighten on easily, you can reach through the hole, hold it steady, and get that wing nut nice and tight. Now it's time to install our feeder ports. They come with this rubber gasket, which you'll need to put on first. Line up the holes on the gasket with the holes in the port. Drop it in. Included in your kit are both screws and bolts. Screws are useful for drilling the initial holes. If you repeatedly remove and put back the feeder port, then those holes might become stripped out. In that case, use the bolt and nut combination to hold it in securely. We included both options because it's a lot easier to install using the screws. You don't have to climb inside the barrel when you use these. They should last you a good long time. And now we'll drill in our screws. And then install the rest of your ports. With your ports is included a plug and a hood to protect from rain. To use these port plugs, just slip them right in. You'll want to put your no-waste chicken feeder on top of a pedestal to prevent rodent access. It's helpful to offset the feeder ports so that they're not aligned with the corners. You can see how if something were standing right here, it would have a hard time getting in there. This height may be perfect for your chickens, or maybe you've got bantams or something and you need it a bit lower. You can dig the pedestal down into the ground and adjust the height as needed. We really like using cinder blocks, but you can also use bricks or wooden blocks to get the height that you desire. Last, you'll fill your container with your favorite feed. Put a little feed on the openings of the ports and your chickens will take it from there.